Man, I've got so much work to do. Wish I had some helpers. My garden is just got weeds coming up. Hey, maybe these guys over here might want to help. Hey guys, I got this garden and it needs some work. Do you think you could come help me for, I don't know, let's say $100 for a day's work? Yeah, sure, that'd be great. We were looking for work. All right, see that yellow bucket over there? It's over there. We'll get to work right away. Man, it's been half a day and my garden still has so much work that needs to be done. I think I'm gonna need more workers. Here's some more. Hey guys, would you like to work in my garden for $100 for a day's work? Absolutely. It's right over there by the yellow bucket. Go ahead and start working. We'll get right to work. Good job, guys. Well, now the day is almost gone and it's getting dark, but I still have just a little bit more work. I'm gonna need one more worker. Hey dude, would you like to come work in my garden for a day's work, like $100 for the day? Yes, I would. Excellent. Could you get over there and work now? Sure thing. All right, you got all the work done. That's awesome. Thanks. All right, it's time to pay you. Now there's $100 for you and $100 for you and $100 for you, 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 and you. Thanks for your day's work. Wait a minute. That's not fair. We've worked the whole day, and you're going to give him the same money that we got? He should get only a fraction of what we got. Well, I don't know, dude. You said you'd get $100 for a day's work, and that's what you agreed to. And that's what I'm giving. Everybody agreed to $100? I'm giving $100. Guess what? This reminds me of something. This is just like the kingdom of heaven. Hey, welcome back to another week of Orange Baptist Church Virtual Children's Sunday School. Well, that was kind of a funny little reenactment of a parable that we're going to learn about today. So the parable that we're learning about today comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verses 1 through 16. You might be asking, Miss Lindsay, what in the world is a parable? Well, a parable is kind of like a story that Jesus would tell people, and it had kind of a moral behind it that told the disciples or whoever he was talking to how the kingdom of heaven worked. And so that's what Jesus did in this story. He told the story of a man who had to hire workers for his vineyard, and he hired different workers throughout the day, and he told them he would give them all a denarius, which is just a small amount of money. But they agreed to pay for it. Not pay for it. They agreed to accept the work for the wage. And at the end of the day, when the workers who had been there all day long, who had worked so hard, got the same pay as the guy who had just gotten there and only worked maybe an hour, he was a little frustrated. He was like, yeah, that's not fair. But you know, what's cool about the kingdom of heaven is it doesn't always work the way that we think it should work. It's kind of an upside down thing. And what's so good about it and what's so cool about it is that what Jesus is telling us is that God's ways are not like our ways. And his way is at any time in your life, if you accept him and you love him, you can come to him and you will have eternal life with him. And it doesn't matter how long or how little. It's fair for everybody. Everybody gets the exact same gift when you love and accept Jesus. And that's just super cool. So I hope you liked the skit, and I hope that you enjoy. I have a couple links in the slideshow, and one of the links is a fun, silly song about what your hands can do, because you know the workers are working with their hands in the vineyard. Another link is to a craft, And then the other link is it's just got a little bit deeper explanation of what in the world a parable is. So I hope you enjoy that, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Okay, so today, because our parable is about workers in a vineyard, I thought I would do a fun cooking activity with grapes. So we're going to make frozen grapes. These are really yummy because they're good for you because they're grapes, but also it's kind of like popping a popsicle in your mouth. We love it when it's hot outside. We take them to the pool, but they're also fun like when you're sitting there watching a movie and you need a healthy snack. So I hope you enjoy making them. They're really easy, and it doesn't even involve using the stove or the microwave or anything like that. So you can practically do this all by yourself. You just need an adult kind of watching you. So I hope you have fun making it. Right. This recipe, you're going to need grapes. I'm using grape jello, but you could really use whatever flavor jello you want. A Ziplock bag and a colander. First, wash your grapes really thoroughly. Get them nice and wet. Next, you're going to take your jello and pour it into your Ziploc bag. Then you're going to take your grapes and you're going to pull them off of the stem like that and add them to your bag. And because the grapes are still wet, the jello is going to stick to them. So do that until you've gotten all the grapes off the stem. So I've gotten all my grapes in my Ziploc bag and I've sealed it really tight, and now comes the fun part. Now we get to take the bag and shake, 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 shake. Get all that jello all over the grape. And then you just take it and you stick it in your freezer once all the grapes are covered with jello. When you're done, they look like this, and you pop them in your mouth. They're delicious.